snowy Sunday. So it, it's snowing. That's great. And we got more snow coming tonight. So that'll be kind of cool. Gives us a reason to sit inside and game. So just want to say we've been having lots of fun the last several times anyway. So this Gamers Hangout's been taken off pretty good. And so yeah, it's been a lot of fun, you guys. Let's see here. All right. Okay. It looks like it's posting to the channel. It said it can't, but it looks like it is. And hello, Twitch. For the first time, we're sending our stuff to Twitch. So just want to let you know that also. And we're going to give that a shot. So we shall see how that goes. Hello, Taylor. How are you doing, sir? I am just trying to make sure that it's going everywhere I need it to go, because this is the first time we're doing it to the Twitch audience there. So, and it looks like I've got to check that too. Yep, there we go. So we do have YouTube up and working there, which is good. There we go. I take it that's where you're at, Taylor. So thank you. And I don't know. I think I need to get like a tablet or something else so that I can see what's going on, because sometimes it's difficult there. So, and there we go. So I found myself on Twitch, which is weird to watch myself there, but we did some video gaming there, which was a little bit of fun. So we'll see how that works. So Twitch, this is the Sunday Gamer Hangout. This is what we do every Sunday about this time. And you guys are more than welcome to join. And just try to have a little bit of fun. That's all that we're doing, is trying to have a little bit of fun. So like, it shows up in the chat here too. That's cool. I wasn't quite sure what to do. I'm going to try something, Taylor. Here. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can switch this to the secondary camera. Let's see if it will work. Aha. There we go. It does. It just takes a couple seconds to go back and forth. Hello, Mr. Moffat. How are you, sir? Well, I'm glad you're here too. And looks like D. Hello, D. You're trying it over there on. Yeah, it does. Do you like Twitch better, Mr. Moffat? We just did open our channel there under the just talking area, because ours is, we're not going to be able to just stream Fortnite or something. You know what I mean? We're going to be building tanks, or we're going to be doing Warhammer stuff, or we're going to be, doing this show. But I thought every Sunday I could make sure that the show goes there and see what happens. Yeah, do the best that I can. Well, I like that. You got some cool emojis. Yes. D, Twitch seems to function really well. Trying to get it to the Facebook group is a pain, just because you've got to jump so much, and then it doesn't seem to count your time if you use a service like this. Like, it doesn't seem to necessarily count it as streaming time, which I don't get. But yeah, see, I don't even know all the emojis that are there, to be honest with you. Those are cool. And but flipping the camera back and forth, Oh, you can. Okay, so Mr. Moffat says you can rate other channels there at the end of your show, which ties channels together. You'll have to explain more how that works. I don't know. I don't. Gamers with Coffee is new over there, so I don't know what we could do to really raid somebody. Generally, raids are when they bring groups of people and stuff, and so we could bring, a handful of people or something at a time. But right now, well, I don't know. But hey, if I can raid something, why not? May as well. And hello, Slayer72. And Mr. Eric, how are you doing, sir? I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I'm glad you guys are here. This just makes it fun, man. This is what I look forward to during the week is this get together because I get to interact with just other gamers, and so it's pretty cool. Like I said, we'll have to see how the whole Twitch thing works, but why not? I figured it would give us an audience where they have the chatting area, so this is where we're going to hang out at. But that's because we're not tied to just one game. Can't do that. Yeah, and Taylor, it does seem to work out a little bit that way there. You're doing excellent. That's good. I'm glad that you are. I'm glad you guys are all doing good and that nobody's, other than life just being a bunch of crazy stuff, like everybody is alive and well. And in the end, that's really all that matters. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, I got to do blah, blah, blah. But then I realize there's other people that didn't wake up that day. So every day you wake up's a good day. Besides, my job requires a 30-day notice before I die. So I haven't put that in yet. Otherwise, he'll write me up for an occurrence. That would suck. Oh, cool. If World War II wants to drop by, I let them know, just like I let you guys know. This is for everybody. It doesn't matter if you got your own channels or whatever. I mean, this is just come say hi, do whatever you want, talk about games, and everybody's welcome. I was really happy they were on. It was a really nice discussion. I've actually gone back and watched it, and I thought it was a pretty good show, and people are talking about it. So it's the videos being viewed other places too, like on Facebook and such, other than just on YouTube. So there's more views where you don't see them too. And Eric, your job would still make you work. I believe that because I know the people that run your company out that way, sir. No imagination. See, my company, I kind of sneak the imagination in. I don't let them know I brought it with me. But in their group chat, I interact all the time and throw things out there. So they're just not sure about me, which is okay. They're not quite sure how to take the game humor or puns being injected into the work stuff. It takes them a bit, but that's what I'm there for, to provoke their thinking on games so that they ask questions, and then they do. Then I get to ask them about the games they like, and surprisingly, there's a lot of people that kind of game, but they just don't have a chance, and they don't know much about other games either. So just what I do. It's okay. I mean, it's all good. The worst case scenario, they fired me. I just have to hear more. Oh, hello, Kyle. Is that how your work is? Yeah, if they catch me sneaking imagination, they may dock me. It's all good though, because look, you have too much stress in life. Like I've said a million times, you have to have an outlet. Gaming's a pretty safe outlet. Taylor, you're not an employee. You're just passing the word. That's cool. If you can do your own thing, and I did for quite a while. I actually miss doing my own thing. I don't necessarily like being an employee. And D, you're going back and forth. Yeah. I just kind of doing what I've got to do for the time being. And there's other things I'm looking at. I'd much rather work for myself, because a job is just over broke. You're just basically, I don't care if you die. They're just going to replace you. So I think if you're self-employed or you own your own thing, you're better off. You may not get recognition. I didn't for a long time, but it's okay. I mean, because it's your own thing, and then you have a chance to do what you want to do. So Kyle, you offered to bring in to play on break, and they kind of looked at you. Yeah, they looked at me funny when they asked, "You gonna? We'll see you tomorrow." I said, "Depends on how I roll." And one day is what? And I'm like, "Yeah, that's all right. I'm just rolling bad. That's why I show up here every day." So some of them don't get the humor, but that's okay. Me and Clint, we were sentenced with our radiation device that they call portable Wi-Fi in this time frame. It was really good stuff, man. I'm telling you, because that little device, you can keep your coffee cup next to it. For some reason, your coffee would stay hot. So I'm telling you, it was a little overkill, but they sent us to this little shed of a place, and I did a little 2-minute. This is our pandemic work video, and if you look at it, you'll see a game of Blitzball on the table. So the camera will pan around, show us a little area we're at, and then there's the Blitzball board with our orcs and human players, and so we were just playing in between our work. We never, ever, ever let the gaming take over our work, you guys. Nope. We simply, gamed. Kyle says he told his boss instead of using the coin, use a 20-sided die. Yep. Yeah, that's true. If you roll a 1, you're not going to be productive. The problem is sometimes this backfires. You roll and you get a 20, and they go, "Oh, what does that mean?" And I'm like, "Oh man, you really don't know." So, nothing. I just try to see. Look at life as a game, you guys. Right? You get up every day, you play the game. Right? You got to play by the rules. You got to play the game. So, our gaming is a little different. Such as sometimes when you're at work here, I can switch this camera, which I'm going to do. Watch this. And so Taylor and Kyle and Eric and D here, look, see. So we're going to switch over to this one here. Poof. See. Tanks. These are Ashley's working on all these. That she's got built. Some of these are the World War II for Flames of War, and then T-80s. And so under that is what I've been working on. And then there's some of the aliens, which I wanted to get a game, and I haven't had a chance so far because go figure, you try to game, and what happens? Always. And Mr. Moffat, a good chunk of tanks, that's only part of them, sir. She has, what can I say? A case of them. You know those carry cases? So, yeah. I can, here, hold on a second.
What are you doing?
All right, so this is a case that she has. If you can see it in the camera, tanks. So, Mr. Moffat, there's a lot of them in there.
That's not even all of them.
So yeah, so they were wanting to know. So if you have some, you can send them out here and show them off. So, because I'm switching the cameras back and forth. I'm sorry. There's Ashley. She's got things she's got to do. Hello, whoever said hi, Greg. Yes, today I'm still answering to Greg. Tomorrow, who knows? Depends if I get in trouble or not. So, but this is kind of just fun. I'm just switching the camera back and forth. It takes a second or two. There you go. What you looking for?
My box from the room.
This is the box out of the room.
Yeah, those are mine then.
Yeah, that's what I just said. They're all yours. Mine are down here.
No, the other one with all my soldiers.
Oh, I don't know.
It was
Somewhere. There's quite a few of them. So
it was up on this table. I don't know where they went.
yes, Taylor, you can look. So this here, I mean, Ma Dave's all, show me your tanks. Show me your tanks. He's chanting. Here, hold on. We'll show you some of these tanks here, you guys. So hold on just a second. I'll switch it back. And there we go. So wait a second here. Okay. So there you go. Mr. Moffat. Well, hold on. One at a time. She's got those foam trays that you pluck foam. So you can put everything in, your cards and such. So,
Tanks.
well, hold on. There's your guys.
More tanks.
Hold on. They're trying to look, Ashley.
I know. And those are
Hold
planes.
on. So these are some of the guys she's got put together and started painting.
Set. Where are they?
And then
No, it's gonna.
And then, oh, these are your Heinz. Okay, so
Yeah, there's 2 sets of Heinz.
here's her Heinz that she's done.
Where are they?
And we can take those out of here. Now, there you go. But these are magnetized.
All mine are magnetized.
Yeah. So she's got those painted up. And that's some of them. There's
These are the
still.
Skyrim.
Yep. Hold on, David. I know you said you wanted to see tanks. So we're trying to. So I'm running out of room. And then here's these. These are all her Soviets, and these are her deadly Panda squad.
Here's
So
my 6 mil.
nothing like getting killed by pandas.
Of course.
Oh, hello, Eric. I will.
This is gonna.
Eric says to tell the boss he said hi. So hello. And then these.
Hey, sweetheart.
These are little baby.
Those are my 6.
Little baby. 6 millimeter.
This is gonna piss me off.
6 millimeter
Where are
metal
they?
tanks. Those are solid cast metal.
Yeah, I have Panda
And
ones in there. I painted. Just for
yeah.
this.
So these are kind of cool. These are her black and white Panda ones.
I'm missing something.
And then we found this little box that the dog tried to chew at a craft store to put them in, which actually, just kind of snapped shut. So, GHQ minis. I think so, David. I think that's where I got them because there's the other one too that's CNC. But I bought, they had an anniversary sale, so they had $70-something worth of these 6 millimeter tanks for $30. And so what I did is,
Hardy's.
Oh yeah,
Forgot those with the Warhammer ones.
these aren't Warhammer.
They're in my Warhammer
in
box.
your
So I
Warhammer
didn't
box,
have enough
yeah.
room.
So there's her artillery.
Those are the only ones I haven't.
This
painted.
artillery can actually move and shoot. So some of them can't. Oh, they are moving to Canada? Okay, so I didn't know if they were moving to Canada. David said, Mr. Moffat says a lot of CNC is moving to Canada. So
All right, am I good?
I didn't know that. Yeah, you're good. I can. And so there's just some. So, but they're on these trays where you can pluck the foam out, and it protects them. And she keeps all this stuff together. Mine is like that too. Oh, they're going to be under Legions. Is that the name of it then?
Come on.
So let's see here. I'll go back.
Let go. You took it out and messed it all up.
Yep, I took it out of there. I'm sorry. So then you got to put them back. So I'll go back to the other camera then for a second. There we go.
Get in there.
So those are some of them, you guys. But that's the purpose of these cases is it protects them. so that you can stack it and, you just unzip it and then play. So she's got inside that tank. That's mostly tanks.
This
and
is all pretty much tanks.
Team
and then
Yankee. Well, that's right there. Tanks.
These are tanks, but it has Team Yankee down in here
Yeah,
as well.
but you got the Team Yankee stuff in there too.
That's all tanks, and the other ones, and these are all Team Yankee.
So the cases help, like I said, protect them, and then you can do that.
Now I need another one for my Warhammer.
Warhammer's a whole different subject, and
I have two big ones at the bottom of the Warhammer.
Need some cases for that, but so they're going to be under Legions for hire. Mr. Moffat says that's cool. The detail on them little tiny miniature tanks was really, really good. I mean, really good. So it's pretty nicely done. The only thing is the barrels are thin, so they're bendy because they're it's like a pewter kind of metal. So they're a little bendy. But the nice thing is too, if they bend, you can just straighten them back out. So
you're just messing everything up in mine.
No. Yeah, and Dee said yes. The dog ate the case and not the minis, which is good because I don't want the dog.
Oh, I would have killed the dog.
Don't want that to happen.
Where is that?
And back to what you were saying earlier, Taylor, on the minis. Oh. Yeah, I bet you could use them for the RPG because they do have an RPG book for that.
Ha ha!
Yes,
there they are.
She's back there rambling. I don't know. What are you looking for now?
These guys.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. Those are all my soldiers. All right.
Now, see, you based all of them. Yeah. No, I meant bendy, Mr. Muff, when you get them, sometimes even though they're in the foam, the barrels are bent. But yeah, if you base them, that's cool. I haven't based mine. Mine are still in the foam in the little plastic, little card containers. They come in those little plastic card containers. So mine's still in that. So here. So Ashley wanted to show this then. Man,
if you're going to show off my guys, at least show off the rest of the group.
Well, you put this up here for me to show. So.
Oh, no, I was just making sure I had them. That's all my soldiers.
Yeah. So I'll just show David there and Taylor now what you guys want to see. I can do that. Here, hold on a second.
This is the big
I'm just having fun anyways, bouncing the camera back and forth, so it's kind of cool. There it goes. So
yeah, no, this is the one that I did the commission for. There's 168 guys there, I believe. That was that big group.
That you got these from.
That's the commission.
So
yeah,
but you're not doing this as a commission. You've got it.
No, these are mine.
Yeah. So that's what she got there, Mr. Moffat, for doing painting. These are hers. She's put them all, well, they're plastic, but she's got them all glued in their bases. So instead of painting for money, she just paints for miniatures.
Not coming out of your pocket.
That works great that way. Yeah, I agree with you there. You got to have bases for that, Mr. Moffat on there. Absolutely. So this is the next one I wanted to work on because I love the Alien movies, and so we've got the miniatures built, but we haven't even had a chance to I haven't had a chance to even pull the cards out, but look at this, man. It's pretty cool. It's got your main characters. It's got a dial in there too, just kind of like, Star Wars X-Wing, if you know what I'm talking about. See, these are going to have to get put together. Dials, tokens, and this box comes with a lot. I was really, really surprised with how much is in there. So that's what we gotta do next there. And let's see here. So, all right. So, Mr. Moffat, you get minis as payment too. See, that's kind of the way to do it because we're just doing this for fun. Like, if people say, "Hey, I'll buy you a box or whatever if you want to paint this," well, okay, that's cool. I mean, what's the difference if you get paid and you turn around and buy it anyways? Because you're gonna buy it, right? So, Um, that'd be the thing there. And Taylor, I got a question for you. We're not trying to ignore you there either, by the way, but you were talking about the Alien RPG. Have you actually done anything with the Alien RPG, or if anybody out there has? I know the book's out for it. I don't do a lot of RPG stuff. I only because I haven't had the time. And Clint, he's into that quite a bit. But I think if you're having fun painting in this, putting this stuff together, and then you get more in return, you get people that say, "Hey, I like your work enough that I think it's worth giving you something for." Then I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty uplifting too. Um, now it's just kind of a fight because I like to paint, but I have to be lucky enough to get them to paint before she grabs them because she'll go on a painting spree, and so that's okay too, though. That's okay. So that's where we're kind of at. So the tanks, the Team Yankee stuff, we've got separated, and oh, yep, I do got to find somebody to play some X-wing with because I got X-wing we used to all play, and for some reason we just kind of All right, Taylor, you played the old Leading Edge version. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Leading Edge version. Was it printed a long time ago? When was that RPG printed? I just only know about the new one. And of course they got all the stuff for this here too, so I'm not familiar with that one. Okay. Now, what about now? David? Uh, I fixed it. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, what happened when I went to switch cameras? I clicked it over to switch and I swung the mouse around. I guess I might have bumped it and it clicked the mute. So I accidentally muted us. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I could blame it on somebody else, but really it's just me at the controls. So um, cool. Okay. As long as you can hear me, then that's good. That's good because I don't know if other people are going to want to join in live or not. And so when that happens, then we got to have the sound. So cool. Well, I'm glad that's back there then. And okay. So if the sound is good now, alrighty. And I cannot tell over there if there's anybody really on Twitch watching us on the app. I'm looking at it, but it's mostly just allowing me to chat, which is cool. It's pretty simple that way. I can talk and then I can add to it. So but yeah. So sorry, hopefully I didn't cut you out there, Taylor, on that. I was asking, I don't know much about the older one. I only know they have the newer book there. It's on the site, and they have all sorts of like miniature pieces from the game, like the computer terminal, the sentry guns, and they have different like terrain pieces for it. They can be bought, which I might get. This looks pretty cool because it's double sided and So depending on the mission you get as to what side of the board you play on. And one interesting rule in here is it goes off of, you have two little decks of cards. If you accidentally run out of those, then everybody's dead. Everybody loses. So you have to manage resources a bit. Otherwise, you all die, which is kind of funny. Yeah. Okay. So, Mr. Moffat, the problem is, yeah, I can do the Twitch shows up here in the chat, and YouTube shows up in the chat. However, Facebook will show up as, how does it do it? It's like, it just says Facebook. Well, this one showed Eric when he showed up, but the other one will say Facebook user. So like it'll connect to one, but it won't connect to the other. We have the page in the group I try to broadcast it to, so people have a chance to watch it kind of wherever they're at. But I noticed that if they comment, it's that it shows up funny. It doesn't, and Restream tells you they can only connect to one, not the other. So there's not much I can do about that. Although Twitch is seamless, man. It works really good. And I like that. So Facebook's kind of its own thing, and it more or less wants you directly to stream directly just to them. They kind of want the content coming just to them, is what my impression of it is, because it's difficult otherwise. For instance, under our channel, we're supposed to have X amount of hours a week to maintain it, but this Restream, say we sit here for 5 hours and we talk, won't matter. It doesn't count it for some reason. I have to directly go from the laptop to straight to Facebook, or at least through OBS straight to Facebook. Otherwise, forget it. It doesn't count it. You could stream 12 hours and it doesn't appear to count it. And so that's the issue there with them. Yeah, and permission. David asked about permission. Yeah, you need to let it have permission in your Facebook account to monitor all your stuff, do all your stuff in order for it to post the chat. So you have to give it a lot of leeway for it to connect, which I've noticed with a lot of apps. I don't know why some apps ask for permission for all sorts of stuff that don't need permission for, but that's kind of what they're doing now with all that. So I figured we're just a gaming group, other than when sometimes Facebook's AI thinks we're trying to sell things. We don't even sell things on our Facebook group. So, but they misinterpreted images and stuff wrongly, especially ones with miniatures. So it's kind of funny because it's not a person looking at it, but it's the system. So, but game wise, man, there's a lot every week coming out, especially in the miniature world and in the tabletop world, just a ton. I did get the new Space Marines Codex, which I'm looking through. And I believe the Death Guard one is out because, of course, my wife has Death Guard, because why not? Oh, well, hello, we're World War II. How are you? I just seen you pop up down there. How you doing this fine weekend? It is snowing where we're at, so not much fun. I don't like shoveling snow anymore, man. It used to be kind of cool. Now it's just pain. It's a pain. So hopefully you guys are doing good wherever you're at there. And we were just showing off some of the miniatures earlier that Ashley has, but wet and humid down there. Well, you're in Texas though, right? It's better than snow. I mean, snow, I don't mind it. I just don't like shoveling it. Like, I don't mind cold, but I don't like being chilled, if that makes sense. Like, make it cold. Don't make it chilly. I hate being chilled. If it's just flat out cold, I can do it. Yes, the Death Guard are Mr. Moffat are fun to paint. They sure are. Ashley, do you want to show off your Death Guard? Do you want to see some of them, Mr. Moffat, and World War
They're not
II and
painted
Caleb?
correctly.
Well, no, but you painted them, right? You made them how you wanted them, right? Here, I'll show you
Really,
some
they're
for.
at the bottom.
Yeah, hold on a second. Oh, and okay, hold on a minute. I'll shoot you a link just a second there. Actually, I can just put the link right here, sir. You should be able to hop on from there, World War II. If not, then I'll send it to you in an email. Let me know if that works. If it doesn't, then I'll send it to you in an email. That's not a problem. And so here, we're going to switch the camera over for a moment, just because it's fun to do. And this time I won't mute myself. I'm sorry. Somehow I did that before.
Here's the train.
There it goes. So here's some of what she was doing there, or you can show them there, Ashley.
The ones that are done, at least.
Aha, there he is. Hold on a second here. Whoa,
What's up, guys?
how are you doing?
Good, man. Sorry we came in late. I was
you're
taking
good.
a nap.
Oh, you're good. Just Ashley just showing off some of her Death Guard there.
Right on.
Well, she's been painting. This camera won't autofocus because it's a high-end $40 camera.
All of them that
the
are
best
painted,
ones, man.
I believe.
Hey, well, this one works really good, and
Oh, I
the
still gotta finish that one.
CS90
That's the
that
start
we've
of it.
had, it works real well. But the microphone's acting up, so she just like she added some stuff to this, like the ooze dripping out.
I was about to say, so Death Guard, that's kind of that's the grody guys, the pustules and the grandfather Nurgle, right?
Yes, Nurgle's in play there. This is just some terrain that we bought separate, but like
That I added.
just resin. So she added one of the drums because
Oh,
one of our guys there, David, wanted to see it. So I'm sorry. So you
damn
said
it.
you played
sorry.
Warhammer back in the day, right?
Yeah, I played during Rogue Trader and
I'm just wrapping
Second
everything.
Edition, and the only Nurgle stuff they had was they may have had a plastic sprue of the Marines of just like having he had like a bolt pistol in his hand, and then he had like a knife sticking in one. There weren't any like dedicated armies for it.
Well, now there's dedicated everything, and the kind of cool thing was when they came out with
David.
Kill Team. Oh, I gotta get David on here too.
There's Mel. She did a drive by.
All right, can I pick up back?
She's playing some video games or something behind me. So
It's a drive by in your own house. Hello, Mr. Moffat.
Hey.
So,
Can I put it back now?
huh? If you want.
So
well,
they
that's
sit
all
at the bottom of my
you,
stuff.
You can, yeah, you can. So all these terrain pieces, I mean, come
That's
with
all
like
of
Kill Team,
Kill Team.
right on.
like Vince, and well, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, it's a bucket of them. She just running back.
She's just running by. Ooh, camera.
look. David showing his down
Oh
there.
yeah, because I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, he's got a couple Pokwalkers at least. Oh, he's got all his Pokwalkers done. I still got like 8 of them still.
Those things are annoying. They just run out and
They're sponges.
they're
Watch
bullet
it.
magnets.
Yep.
I watched some 40K battle reports online, and Nurgle's pretty rough, man. They got those, what is it, unmodified, like, what is it, gross resilience
Nice,
or something
David.
like that?
Yeah, it's all I know is the Space Marines on crack.
Yeah, they're like, I mean, they have a constant, like, non-modified, like, what, a 5 or 6?
One of them has 6 or 8 wounds. I'm like, this.
Yeah, it's pretty.
gnarly.
And then don't they turn people into zombies and shit too?
The one thing can control them, can it? That you
Yeah,
have. I'm not as familiar. She just beats the crap out of my guys when you play. That's all
you
I
guys
know.
are weak.
No, my sniper's no good.
That's why he sits on my
She
desk.
likes your painting there, Mr. Moffat. Ashley likes your stuff there, sir.
Oh, thank
Yeah, that's her thing too. So she's been painting, and then all the terrain pieces that come in those.
Yeah, I
kill
stopped
team
painting mine to
boxes.
paint yours.
And then we got these little barrels that we bought separately. Like
which one
a
is
group
that?
of them.
Yeah.
And so she just painted them up with the Citadel paints, but then they got more obstacles and stuff. So,
Well, we got some awesome stuff from some sponsors this week. If you guys want to take a look at it.
yeah, sure. Just fire it away.
Okay, so from Mana Press, they're a small. This is called Maximilian 1934. Okay, so it's basically like Mad Max, but set during the 1934 era.
Oh, okay.
It's like a racing game, and it's pretty sweet, man. It's like, so you've got like the old, like, 1934 jalopies with like Lewis guns on it and flamethrowers and stuff. It's pretty fun. It's a lot like Gaslands, but set in a 1934 era. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, Gaslands is interesting. Like I said the last time, I thought, I don't know if I'll like it, but the rule system was kind of fun, and you could just play with whatever cars or
whatever you have
laying around. Yeah.
We also got from
Oh, here.
Tabletop Board Games. You guys ever seen Incursion?
No, well, I like the artwork.
Yeah.
Kind of looks a little bit.
Incursion is like, you guys played Space Hulk, right? 40K Space Hulk?
No, I didn't. I haven't had a chance to play 40K Space Hulk.
But you know what Space Hulk is, though,
Well,
right?
we don't have Space Wolves anyway.
Little bit, man. I mostly know. I did not do it for years and years, so there's a big section of time I was out of it. So it's only been the last little bit, but that looks cool. And that looks like it has World War II era.
Look how thick this thing is.
Holy, that's huge. A lot of screws.
Oh, dude, it comes with tons of minis, man. Let me show you what you get. It's amazing. It's basically like you remember like in Aliens, the movie, right? Where you're like fighting all the aliens down there in the tunnels or whatever.
Yeah.
Basically like that. But let me show you. You probably get like 50. I don't know. We get 60 zombies at least. And then you probably get like 80 miniatures for this thing. But like, But like here's the one sprue or one packet of all the minis.
Oh, so they come separate then, ready to go. Oh,
they're pre-made. I mean, you don't put them together, and
you don't have to put them together.
But I'll shoot you a link to a manufacturer so you can check out his stuff. But man,
yeah, I'll take a look at it and see.
We did a battle report for it on our channel.
That's all.
So if you guys want to go check that out, you can see what it looks like. But it's a lot of fun, man. We also got discounts if you use our discount codes to buy it. But man,
that's cool. I
know you guys are more into the GW kind of stuff, but it's a pretty fun game.
No, not really. It's not that we're more into it. It's that my friend Clint, he had the stuff. So what he did is he says, Greg, you want to do some Warhammer? I'm like, dude, I haven't probably played it in 20 years. I don't even remember. And I stayed away from it because it was expensive.
Yeah.
So he gives me a few little pieces, which starts the addiction because you can't just have
it's crack. He is your crack dealer.
Yes, that's why I can't afford drugs. I have to thank the gaming industry. I'd rather do this, right? So the problem is he gave me a few little odds and ends, and you guys know that
You can't play with odds and ends.
Not according to their rules. So I bought like the starter set that, as I thought, well, Ashley likes Resident Evil. So Death Guard kind of cross between zombies and something else gross. And I thought, I bet she'd like these. Well, she loved those. That was a mistake. Then it went from there.
Yeah, especially with the new one coming out. I want.
Yeah, now that was a mistake. So it isn't so much just GW stuff because we're like Gale Force 9 and and I like Aliens here. We were
We got
through that box
Ares.
And, these little guys are kind of cool to play with. So it's
it's
all And well, and my guy here, he's a millennial alien with a cell phone with his face hugger. He's taking for a walk. So I have all sorts of stuff sitting on my desk. So see, I go everywhere, man. And
That's
then
cool.
from my birthday, person at work 3D penned this Minecraft sword.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know how she did it, but she laid it down and made it. So it isn't just GW stuff. We'll try anything, but we're trying to. We got pulled in a few directions, so we're trying to, finish it off. Does that make sense? So, do you know what I mean, David? Mr. Moffat, do you get pulled in different directions sometimes? I didn't mean to interrupt you. I know you're painting or something there.
I live in all different directions.
Yeah. Well, you live in Canada, so you have us beat. So yeah,
so does, didn't mean to interrupt, but so does E.S. Taylor. He's up in Taylor, where are you at? You're up in Ontario, I think, right? Moffat, where are you at?
Alberta.
Oh, okay.
In Calgary.
I was gonna say you guys could like meet up, but it's like, hey, it's Canada. It's like Texas. It takes 500 years to get anywhere, right?
Yeah, we're probably about 3 days drive apart.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's about how long it takes to cross transverse Texas.
Taylor says London. O&T.
Oh, yeah.
So what is it doing now?
Texas is closer to you. So David, Ashley would like to know what you're doing because she can't really see. So you've piqued her interest.
He's painting. Of
see?
course, he's gonna pique my interest. Was it like a
These are
zombie
mantic zombies.
form or something?
What's a mantic zombie?
I was right. It's a zombie.
Mantic makes some great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing? Is it the fantasy zombies or is it
You wanna plug
something
in,
else?
or-
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, these are fantasy.
Fantasy ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get how many you get in a pack? You can buy their box set. It comes with like 20 dudes.
Yeah, this one it's actually a mixture of ghouls and zombies, but it was
The
a 20
ghoul-
pack.
Yeah, those ghouls will pass off as zombies pretty good. Like kind of like the runners or the infected kind.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
There, now you can hear. Now she has her own headset instead of asking me what.
Hooray.
What's he saying? What's he doing?
Well, it's easier this way.
Yeah. Well, see, there's the nice thing is now is it sounds like there's quite a few companies that make things you can use. I mean, you got people that are using aftermarket for mechs and stuff. Clint's kind of like he's into everything at once. So
I'm gonna have to fix
he's
this.
also getting into Cav now, and
Cav, like from
Cav.
Reaper?
I'm not sure who makes it, but it's
Yes,
I
Reaper
think
makes
so.
it.
Yeah, and so he's got the miniatures he's building, and then he'll send me pictures while we're working.
I'm gonna take that to work and finish
Man,
it.
Yeah.
guys, we live in the golden age of gaming, man. There are so
Yeah.
many companies out there producing so much product, and unfortunately, unless you're on blogs like this or whatnot, you're not getting exposed to these smaller companies because at the stores, no one's plugging, rarely you're plugging Manta or you're plugging, I guess Reaper has a pretty good presence in the retail with all their.
They do now, yeah.
At least our local store
Well,
does.
You're right, man. I mean, look at Kickstarter. There's stuff coming out all the time. In the miniature and the tabletop world has exploded, and all this lockdown, all this other stuff. All that does is expand it more. So you're right. There's so much you don't see at the stores, man.
And it's a shame because there's so much fantastic stuff out there. There really is. And there's a lot. From metal to resins to plastics to even you can even buy. Big thing nowadays is they're selling the STL files, and that the files you use to 3D print. I mean, people are just selling the files. So like, hey, here's a $3 STL file, and you can make as many damn zombies as you can print.
Yeah, and they'll custom make their own,
Yeah.
so it's independent, and then you can buy the files. And then you got to be careful because Modifius, my son bought all that Called Arms stuff we were talking about.
Mhm.
Beautiful stuff, right? So, but it's like crack to him too. He's like, Dad, this, I got to get on here and get this. It's $40, and he's just whizzing through. He's using my computer, and he ordered it, and it goes delivered, and he goes, there's no way they could deliver it because he always has to wait like 2 weeks to get it from the UK.
Yeah.
It was he paid $40 for the downloadable files to print some castle walls and sections. So he didn't.
He
So
didn't
now
read
he's
it.
got all these files. We don't have a 3D printer. Now, Dee does, who's in the chat there. So she said we could use her printer, but we just got to kind of figure out how to work getting over there and doing that. But I told him, I said, you got to watch that. I was like, that's an awful lot of terrain for $40, man. And it was just the files.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you know, it's almost like how we are, in the physical form. We it's like crack. You start buying minis, and your pile gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? You never get to painting it all. It's like that with the files now. You can just, I'll get to downloading that stuff eventually. You got like 8,000 files of stuff to print up. Then you got to paint it. Ooh.
So get a week of paid time off from work. I'm going to use
You
my
don't
PTO.
paint any of the train anyway.
Huh? Yes, I paint some of it.
You have not painted any of the train we have.
Because
I
you
have.
take it.
Exactly.
Nothing gets painted around here.
Yeah, and you can scale. Yeah, like Taylor said, you can scale those STL files to your specific,
Well, if
scale.
if you can scale them between, well, he's saying between 15 millimeter and 54 millimeter. I haven't played anything 54 millimeter, but see if you can scale it to what you need and print it out. That's cool, because if you print just one out, you can always mold it too and resin it. Yeah.
And if you're apt at all that computer stuff, you probably modify those STLs to stick a backpack on somebody or give them a chainsaw or whatever.
Give him a chainsaw. Still thinking about those nuns with the giant ruler.
Are
Make
you
it-
He's
make
giving
it
me
like
ideas.
Make it like a power sword, like the Space Marines
Listen.
got with a power ruler. Like
He's
teeth.
giving me ideas to go and really screw with my guys.
Huh?
You can never have enough like fighting nuns in anything you do. Okay, nuns are cool.
Could you imagine seeing 100 of them just walking down the street? You'd be like, "Oh no, what'd I do? I'm in trouble."
That's funny.
Yeah, but you are right about the files. I've seen that. I don't have a 3D printer, and it's starting to evolve enough that a lot of the ones that used to be real expensive are cheap.
I'm trying to reply on the text chat. How do you do that from this?
What are you?
I don't know if he can.
What are you watching us on? Or
It's
He might have
it's
to
your
go through you.
Restream.io or LO.
oh, okay. I don't know if it lets you type or not. I
I
know
don't
everybody
think it
else.
does.
It let us last time. Oh, you know what? I think we were on maybe the Facebook too or something.
You were on YouTube last time.
I think were you on YouTube also typing in? 'Cause
Yeah, he was doing it.
Yeah,
Mr. Moffat here. I know he's painting, but he's been typing in.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's going through YouTube, I believe.
Okay, let me swing over to the YouTube, see if I can.
Yeah, see if you can
Yeah,
reply
yeah.
that way. Because I'm sorry, on this end of it, it's got this whole thing up on the right side of the screen, and
Let's see if it'll let me.
I believe.
Okay, let me swing over to the YouTube. Oh, there's like a here. Let me mute that, guys.
oh, yeah, you're okay. There's a delay, man.
There we go. Okay, yeah, I can type on the side here. Okay, I get you.
There you go. Yeah, type on in. Video wise, there's a delay. Audio wise,
Yeah,
it
it's
seems to
about
go through
45
pretty quick.
seconds.
And this time we went and did ourselves a Twitch channel, and we figured we'd shake them up over there because we're not just streaming Fortnite, and want to do something different. So we'll see how that works too.
What's a Fortnite? I don't.
It's a video game, baby.
It's a video game.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sad. That is sad. The wife knew.
Listen,
That's cool.
unless it's like the
Skyrim. Unless it's
Skyrim was
Skyrim.
probably the latest game I purchased.
So
video
like
game.
Call of Duty and
Oh,
that.
screw Skyrim.
Mostly everybody on Twitch has. They're just streaming one game. You know what I mean? And so for us, because we do everything,
Yeah.
we're just over under the chatting area. They have what is it called? I think, David, is it like Mr. or just maybe it's just talking or just chatting, something like that. So I put us in that category. And then because I could schedule the show, so every weekend, if someone comes by our channel, they see that it's scheduled for every Sunday at 4. And I just thought maybe talk to some of them. Like I said before, a lot of video gamers don't know some of their video games are now on the tabletop.
I mean, I'll be honest with you,
Oh.
man. It's cheaper to be a video gamer, than it is tabletop gamer. Good lord.
That's why
Well,
people over the age of 18 play tabletop games mostly because you have to have a job to play
Yeah,
tabletop games.
Man.
Yeah, well, she has a point because, well, look, like Call of Duty, if you want to get the one with all the downloads and everything, by the time you're done, you spend about $130, $150. So for a video game, and most of your starter sets in the tabletop world are what, 40 to,
Yeah.
$200. So they're kind of more like, if you're going to drop $100 on a video game, you could drop $100 on a board game. So if you notice, these manufacturers like the Fallout game, the Fallout miniatures,
Mhm.
what's the retail price on that? About $69. So right about the price of a video game, you can get the physical version.
Yeah, but then you
So
got to paint it, put it together. Then you got to find people to play it with you.
Yeah. Now the upside to the video game, well, there's a lot of Warhammer video games too for free on Xbox.
No, is there?
Yeah. So you can play like Inquisitor and all sorts of stuff. There's probably,
Oh,
I say,
man.
7 or 8 Warhammer video games that they have up that you can get to.
I played the I think the last 40K game I played was Space Marine. That was pretty good.
I was messing around on Game Pass. I had Inquisitor, so I messed around with that. That's not too bad at all.
The best 40K game I've ever seen it's an older game. It's like it's from the late 90s. It's called Chaos Gate. If you get a chance, like an emulator to get it or what, get it. It's like playing 40K on the tabletop, but like on your computer. It's awesome. It's a lot of
Well,
fun.
I'll have to try it because we kind of go back and forth a little, but miniatures are more, I guess I have more fun with them
Oh
because
yeah.
she takes them to paint and that's okay. I created the monster. That's on me. But
Yeah, my girl used to paint.
Stop it.
She enticed me. She fell in love with me, and it's like, oh, I love painting all your stuff. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so marrying this woman.
there you
All
go.
of a sudden-
That's right.
You know, I got the ring on the finger. No more painting. It's just the love shit. I'm like, okay, we can love each other, but let's get to the painting, woman.
I was painting last night. I was painting those cars for that.
Oh,
car
that's true.
game.
That's true. She was painting a little bit last night.
At least I
There you
primed them. At least.
It is relaxing to do though. I mean,
I can't do it anymore. I'll be honest with you. I cannot paint like I used to. I don't have the temperament. My eyes are shot to hell. And I don't have the patience for it anymore. It's a labor for me to paint nowadays.
I even bought them the geeky glasses, the lights.
Yeah, she got me like the
ones with the lights on.
cooler glasses and stuff to look
Do
at it.
Do they work at all? I don't know because
Oh,
it is
the
hard.
fine ones.
The ones that we got,
Off Amazon.
yeah, they're kind of like
You're gonna ask me where are magnifying glasses?
No, no.
Hold on.
We
Not
have like a
that.
stand-up one that you could just stand in.
those would probably be better because the one I got, it's almost like tunnel vision. It
I
doesn't.
used it, it's been sitting.
It's almost like looking at it through a binocular or something.
So
Yeah.
with something like this here,
That's cool.
and you can bend it, and it has a battery, so it's a little light.
The light
We
on
just
it.
got it we got it at Hobby Lobby.
Very much so.
I walk by, I'm like, $10, half off today. I'm buying this, and because otherwise, some of the
I don't even
detail
think
is
the light
hard to
even works
find.
anymore.
But
I mean, damn, it does.
yeah, details are hard. So I don't know how those guys like. You see a lot in the UK where they paint those little tiny miniature historical ones, and I have no idea how they do
I'm
that.
telling
They're like,
invest in good brushes, guys. That is a huge boon for a painter. Is a good brush.
Yeah, that gets ruined in about 30 miniatures.
I mean, I've seen some. I know a lot of people in the biz, a lot of professional painters, and they are able to maintain. Some of these guys use hair products on these brushes. It's weird, like hairspray or some like they use.
Yeah, it'll make the bristles hard, basically.
Yeah, they use the conditioner on the brush to keep it. I guess I'm not lying. Like hair products, I ain't lying. They use the hair products on these brushes, and they've had the same brush for 3-4 years. I'm like, what?
Mhm.
see,
Maybe I should start buying good brushes.
we've been doing it wrong to save money. We've just been pulling hairs out of the cat, taping it to a toothpick.
Taking it off the
Are you
dog
sure
or
about
the
that?
cat.
Because
Yeah.
I've been pulling
Why is
your
there
hair
bald
out.
spots on your dog? I don't
It's
know.
like they got enough hair anyway. Hell, it's all over the house.
They don't
Make some
need all
brushes
that.
out of it.
We
Yeah,
haven't been pulling it from the cat unless that's what you're doing. I've been pulling them when you're asleep.
yeah, probably. That makes sense. Yeah, brushes they're worth a little bit of an investment, but it's kind of hard when you're not wealthy.
Don't have any money.
Yeah. Because some of the stuff takes money, like we talked about before. So you get a set, but it wasn't like we just walked out and said, "Ooh, we got the money for the set." We had to save for that. So for us, yeah, you can dip it if necessary. Yeah, you could dip some of the miniatures or paint them.
Dip them.
Hey, that'd be kind of cool.
To tie dye them.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen people play in some tournaments where they like spray their army like a solid color. Like I was at a bolt action tournament once, and some guy just like, I play Russians and all my shit is sprayed olive drab, all of it. So his army it was almost like, a board game
I
army.
got you Russian green.
And and I didn't care. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you need to paint your stuff." I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Play with whatever they want, but that's what he did because he just wanted to play. He didn't want to paint and all that crap. So right on. Nothing wrong with that.
You can throw them down and just play. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either.
I mean, these are sets, and that's how they come. I mean, technically, you could just leave them that way.
Just do them like this because
these are all mine.
Yeah, they come like that, So
Yeah.
You could just put them down and game with them, and part of them's having fun. Although she did make one that was a panda squad. She painted panda bear heads on them.
Pandas.
Yeah.
Actually, it's on all of them, babe.
Soviet
Even my
pandas.
choppers.
So nothing like being killed by a group of loving panda bears on
Hey.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with pandas. Leave me alone.
Yeah, she's obsessed with pandas. And Taylor says just assembling and priming them is good enough. If that's good enough for you, then that's cool. Like, for us, it's not you have to have it painted or we're not going to game. I mean, we
a lot of
paint them just to do it. You know what I mean?
A lot of these tournaments have rules where it has the 3 color rule, where each army has to have at least 3 color on each piece or some crap. I'm just like, really?
I wouldn't even go.
Well,
because I would mouth off and be kicked out.
Well, but see, then there's things like Star Wars X-Wing where the ships are already done. So you could go to tournaments straight out of a $20 box.
Well, and that's a big draw. A lot of people are drawn to those pre-painted games because, they don't have to buy it. You have to paint the stuff or build it. It's already out of the box, ready to rock.
Ready to go, yeah. And that's what I liked about that is I didn't have the time anyways. Now, the Warhammer stuff I don't mind painting, but that's because I started it, so I'm finishing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the alien stuff just looks better. They look more alien the way she did them than they came. But you don't have to. Game's set to go with the miniatures right out of the box. This Fallout's the same thing. You could take the Fallout minis and throw them down.
I can't believe I sunk the queue.
Hey, I'm on a blog thing.
Well, I'm playing pool,
No.
and I just got my ass handed.
She's getting her ass kicked at pool
It's only by
online. So
12-year-old at home.
like stupid old lady, kicking your butt.
It is a little kid. He looks like 10 years old. His name is Dog Tag. Dog Tag. I got your number. Play me again.
Oh my god.
I'll
The only online game, the only online game I've ever played against somebody online was like the original StarCraft. And
Oh God, that was like forever ago. Because I played that for a long time.
But I remember playing this one, and back in the day, people would rush your army, like with their like their drone units. That anyway, this kid, you could tell he was a kid because we were taunting him online, like you blankly blank, we're cussing at him. He's like, all he said was damn it. What was that?
It's my new wig.
Oh my god, baby! Mel got a new wig. She's buying wig because she fried her hair, dyeing her hair all the time. Now she's buying wigs.
This is
Don't even point at me just because I dye my hair.
She dyes her hair all the time.
I don't fry my hair.
She asked me one day. She
You
goes,
should
"You
talk
don't
to her
say
about it."
Well, no, I bleached
Yeah,
my
you
hair.
guys
should
talk to her.
Oh, she bleached it too
Yeah,
much.
it's
Yeah,
like
that would
pink.
fry it.
And green and blue, yeah. So
Yeah,
she's
she
dyeing
fried
her
it if
hair
she
for
bleached
that.
it. Yeah.
Oh, there she goes. Bliss. See, if it's not minis, it's wigs and hair products. And bras and panties and shoes and whatever the hell else she's into.
But you could use the hair products on your brushes for your.
That's true.
You said so.
That's right. My Walmart 8-pack for $3 brushes.
Hey, that's what I use. I have no
Some-
problem with them.
Some of them
It's
are
the
good.
cheapest way of doing it, and you can get away with it.
It's
Well,
true.
those-
I think the most expensive brush is my Cynadel one. It's like $12 it cost me.
Damn.
Yeah, for
For
one.
That was at the hobby store.
You start equating that with like I could have bought,
Pretty
Something
much.
with
I'm like,
I could have bought a squad of 15 millimeter, Panzer Grenadiers or whatever.
Yeah, you could have.
No, I was thinking because I was going through Amazon to help our daughter out to pick stuff for our grandkids, and I was looking at paintbrushes. I'm like, damn, I could have got like 8 packs of these, like 200 of them for $12. I'm like, well, shit,
Well,
Like-
you just gotta.
pretty much.
Oh, I'm like that. Like before I do a purchase, so I hit. This is what I do before I buy a gaming purchase. Okay, I'll hit eBay, and I'll find the lowest purchase price I can find on eBay. Then I would go to what is it? Let me look at my computer here. This company does a ton of discounted gaming. All right, baby, I see it. Oh my god, look at that! Put it on a show, everybody.
I'm not going to put it on, but I'm going to show them my new hair.
Look at that.
Ooh, I like that. Is that silver or is that blue?
No, it's a mint green.
Oh,
then
it's
it
green?
goes
Okay.
from Black.
With like a darker, yeah. That's actually
Yeah.
pretty.
Okay, so then I go to Miniature Market. Have you guys ever been there?
Yeah,
Oh,
miniature
yeah.
market.
Okay, they got some discounted prices.
They can, yeah.
So between eBay and Miniature Market, and then I hit Amazon, and I price gauge everything and see what I can get, and that's pretty much what I can. Mainstream stuff. That's what I do to before I make any purchases. So I'm like fine tuning those because, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I would support a local brick and mortar with buying product from them if they carry the crap I play with, but they don't.
That's the key. They have
So
to
it's
carry
like-
it. Yeah.
So, and I'm not one of those guys that are like, well, no one's playing, Mad Maximilian, so I'm not going to play it. Screw that. I'm going to play what I want to play, not just because what everybody else is playing. So,
Well, the guy that we talked to, we've known for a few years at the local hobby store, so we try to help him, but his hands are kind of tied with the suppliers require him to order X amount of certain things, and if they don't carry those in stock, then
GW is predatory when it comes to, shops having to carry a certain amount of product at all times, and they won't. I think you have to order a certain amount before they can. I'm like, guys, if you guys have ever been in the business and behind the, it doesn't have to work that way. It just doesn't.
no.
And that gives the store owner so much more options, but it's the way it is. If you don't follow their stringent guidelines and how to, what has to be ordered and what has to, whatever, they're just not going to sell to you.
It's like their paints, like Vallejo paints. You can't carry just a couple. You got to carry that display rack's about
whole rack.
$2,500. Yeah, so they have to have the whole rack, which takes up a lot of floor space, and so he's got to carry lots and lots of paints that people.
Now, that's something that a local store would make money on, paints and like painting products and modeling, hobby products, because most of us as gamers, we're not going to I would rather go down to the local shop, maybe pay $1 or $2 extra if I can just get the paint I want
And have
right
it actually,
right then, instead of ordering online and waiting, a week or whatever for it to get here. Because I'm ready
anymore,
to do
it's
that
like
paint.
some of our colors that I absolutely need, they're out of stock.
That's because everybody's at home painting.
Mhm.
So plus these rules they keep in our area.
That's right.
They
Taylor.
keep changing. The store can do this. The store can't do that. The store can do, and the store owners don't really know what to do. People don't really know what to do, and so it makes it frustrating for them to operate a business.
Yeah.
Well,
it's kind of funny because with the whole pandemic thing, it's a double-edged sword, man. It's like, especially in our hobby, you got these game stores that, need to stay open to sell product, right? But you also need to stay open so they can game. But then do you game? Because we have all of our local stores are open. Nothing's closed.
Yeah, see,
And,
ours isn't either.
but see,
And people are gaming. They're the hardliners are going into the shops and they are playing games. They're doing, they're playing games at 40K. They're playing Age of Sigmar, whatever they're playing. But again, we're in a pandemic. I mean, is that it's hard to push. Yeah, come on in, game with us. Just wear your mask. But I mean, is that really what you want to do?
Well, like we talked before, it's just pretty much up to, I think,
It is.
people, because we could go off, me and you, I'm sure, could sit and talk for an hour on that subject, but well, it's gaming wise, but I mean, it's just, I'm out in it all the time, dude. I'm like 11 months later for me, I'm not too worried about it. That's me. I'm not discounting it, but then they're handing out all these vaccines, and now they're saying you still have to wear a mask. You still have to. You can still get sick. I'm like, then what's?
They don't know.
They don't know, and
they don't know.
It's
and
all
changing,
untested.
so.
Yep. Well, and they don't know what long-term effects on none of this stuff are. So
Sure.
You've got in our area basically stores not knowing what to do, people not knowing what to do, and then there's people that are just like, you know what, I'm just tired of it. And
you get the lockdown fatigue, and people are like, screw it, I'm just going to do it anyway. And it's just like, and it is like Taylor's saying, it's devastating the shops up in Canada, and and it is. I mean, this may be the dawn of a new age where brick and mortars are going to be rare. I mean, in things. So
I find it unfair. All I can say is, if big giant stores can stay open,
it's true,
and allow 100 people in at a time, then why can't the little tattoo parlor who has 4 people? Why is that some risk?
I mean, we need to apply
no logic.
Wait, you're looking at a tattoo?
We need to apply equal protection
tattoo.
under the law.
One.
Everybody needs to be equal under the law. Walmart should not get any pass because they sell whatever, opposed to the tattoo parlor. I mean, it's unfair. I mean, it needs to be equal protection under the law, but it's not.
Yeah,
so it's rough.
It's rough on our hobby, but on the other hand, it's increased the hobby because now there's more people at home doing things like board games. Like I told you when I do DoorDash once in a while, half the stuff you pick up is board games from the stores to take to people. It isn't just delivering food, because they'll send you to get groceries or whatever, but there's more and more people. The upside is people are actually playing and doing things with their family. That's a positive, I guess, because before everybody's out doing their own thing.
Depends on the family.
Yeah, you're right. It depends. Some of them are like, we played a game. Who can survive the rest of the family for the night? But there are things like that. So it, I don't know, man. It's a mess. So we try to help out the local guy when we can. And if he doesn't have it, then we have to, because of the money situation, we also pick and choose what we're buying. So we have to order, what we can, where we can. And then one day they're open, the next day they're not allowed to be open. I mean, I've talked to the guy. He used to be an accountant. He quit being an accountant because he wanted to do his own thing and have fun.
Yeah.
Because if you would go into his store, they got the big gaming tables out. So a lot of times he'd be sitting there painting his own stuff or putting his own miniatures together in between customers. So it's hurt him a lot, and I hope he can stay open. But man, I don't know. I don't know. He'll survive long term.
I don't know what with us, because we've got illness in the family. We got to weigh the risk to, I mean, is it worth going to a gaming con when
that's why we're doing ours virtual, and you can show up.
Yeah, I know. You plug that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I plugged it because I'm excited, man.
I can't throw dice at you. Via the internet, man.
But one day we'll make a trip. We'll go up. We'll see you. Come down, and we'll see Mr. Moffat there. Of course, I might get to the border and they'll go, wait a minute.
They're like,
David says you can't come into Canada.
American?
What? You going to Canada?
I have to go to Canada. They have a plate of food there I want to eat. It just sounds bad to say the name of that food.
What is it?
How is it correctly pronounced,
Poutine.
David? Huh?
Poutine.
Yeah,
Poutine.
It sounds bad.
Poutine?
Oh, is that
Poutine.
the fries with gravy?
What
It's
is
like
it?
cheese. Yeah,
Oh.
fries, gravy, and cheese curds. All
And
mixed up like a soup.
I've seen plates where it just looks like a whole lot of unhealthy goodness. So That's why Greg wants to go.
That's all. The best stuff is always unhealthy. Goodness.
Oh yeah, but it looks like it froze up over there on Twitch, or maybe it's just my phone.
Phone tells me it's going to die soon. If I disappear, it's just because it died.
Oh, well, but you're having a gaming discussion. Maybe you were just pulled into another dimension. You rolled bad, so poof, it took you
That's
away.
right. You rolled double ones. You get sucked
Double
into the
ones,
warp.
double ones. Why are you in bed today? I rolled double ones. I am not getting out of bed.
You are sucked into the warp.
I gave it a second roll. That didn't work.
You're still going to work.
See, still going to work.
Still going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, work. One of those things I wish we could do away with, but
If I have to, you have to.
It's one of those
Somebody
necessary
has-
evils.
yeah, pay for her paints. Did you pay your bills? No, but we got the latest
We got
batch.
the paints, man. We got that.
That's right.
We got that new,
New texture. I ain't plugging it, but I like that Citadel texture.
Oh, it's a
It's,
texture.
So what it is when you're basing the figures, and this is mud, so it's a little thick. You take it out on the brush, you start dabbing around, and it dries fairly quick. So like in 30 minutes, it's done.
Yeah.
But you can form it up over their shoes, like they stepped in the mud and it squished
Oh,
out
okay.
around them.
It's a
Hey, you don't.
gradient
I mean, you could do it all by yourself with glue and sand and
Yeah.
all that, but this is already in a bottle. And so we tried that, tried the snow stuff, and tried a few of them. I thought that's pretty cool. It's a time saver. Big time
That's cool.
saver. Yeah. French Canadian assassin.
Poutine, the French Canadian assassin.
Is that what it is? I was
Goes
wondering.
right to
kill
the
ya.
heart.
It'll kill you, huh? It's a good lunch, though. I take it or dinner. So people I were gaming with, that are in Canada, they mentioned that, and I asked them, I said, "You guys keep saying you're stopping to eat this, and it sounds like a bad word. What is it?" You know? Yeah, it sounds like a bad word when I lived in California, and they're all, no, it's food. And they explain, I'm like, well, that sounds good. Then they sent me a picture. I'm like, oh, it doesn't just sound good. It looks glorious to me. They don't have that here, so I would like to give it a shot and see how it is.
Yeah. So, talking about Canada, you Canadians up there, had you guys ever check out Gorilla Miniatures Gaming?
Yeah. Taylor
Yeah,
would
that's
be a
a-
lot closer than me.
That's he's. I think his name is it Ash?
Ash Barker,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, Ash.
Parker.
Man, he is prolific in his like battle reports, and I mean, he. If you want to see a bunch of different stuff, go watch his stuff. He doesn't do much historicals or anything like that, but fantasy and sci-fi and stuff like that. He does a ton of like content. So go over there, and again, was he in Ontario?
Well, in
Yeah. So I mean, if you're in that area, you should drop him a line, see, because he used to have like guests come and like game with him, and I don't know if he does that. I think they wear masks and all that stuff, but that's a pretty good channel to check out.
Mini Wargaming is over there too, but I think mostly they just do 40K and
Oh, that's right, Mini Wargaming. Yeah,
maybe
I
just
thought they were
40K.
I thought they're American. I thought they're up in like Michigan or something. The Canadians. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. They have a lot of stuff, and their stuff, I mean, it looks beautiful. They got that great studio and everything, but some of their personalities are kind of not really,
Yeah.
little off in my opinion, and they're hard to watch for me at least. But
Ash is a common man, that's for sure.
yeah, he is, and he is. He's cool, and he's mellow. The only problem I have with that is he talks fast. My God, that guy can speed talk.
Taylor says Windsor. Is that with a question mark? That's where he's at, Windsor.
I'm pretty sure Ash is in Welland, which is the Niagara
Weldon.
region.
Weldon, Taylor. He says Weldon. See, I don't know what the distance is between those.
Yeah, we've got coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to do a live game with Dave over at Pulp Alley. So if you guys want
That'd be cool.
to check us
Let
out,
me
so
know.
It's a Sunday morning though. That's when you work, don't you?
I work Sunday till noon Central Time. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
because
by
I think
choice, but that's how they.
yeah,
have it.
because I think we're gonna start playing at 10 on the.
By my choice.
Ashley could probably watch it. I can watch on the phone.
What am
Yeah,
I
check
watching?
it out.
Yeah, I will. Send me a link.
It's that Pulp Alley game that you guys are looking
I'm
into.
I was curious about it. Yeah, 'cause I watched you guys play it there. That's why I was curious about the nuns. So like having a game with nuns running around. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Oklahoma and we're in Texas. So I'm contemplating on sending him my nun league, so he can like play with it on his, because he films his tabletop, and we're just kind of like video, chatting and telling him what to do. But I'm thinking about sending my army up there to let him play it on his table. So it'd be kind
Why
of
not? That would be kind of neat. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We can all interact. Just have to figure out how to do it with
The
what
best
they
way
got
to
going
do
on. Yeah. But this is cool because David here is in Canada. You're in Texas. I'm somewhere in Iowa next to a cornfield. So, I mean, it's we can all hang out, and it doesn't really. Nobody has to get a plane ticket or anything.
Oh yeah, so Taylor, he's got a Twilight 2000 nut. Uh-oh. Everybody there?
Yeah,
That's crazy. Like,
I know. It just kind of did this. I don't know. It
Yeah,
did that on
Taylor's got-
Twitch.
Taylor on his site, he's a Twilight 2000 nut, and he's devising a tabletop version of it, and he said that he's going to do a play test tomorrow. So if you guys want to check that out, go to his channel and check it out.
Twilight 2000. I'll let Clint know too. So what time, Tyler? What time is that going to be roughly? And then spam us with your link. Send your link.
Yeah, Taylor, what's your first name, man? Is it E? Let me think. Edward. That's the only E I can think of. Edmund. What else do we got? Elliot.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel. There you go. Come on, baby. Give me some E's. McDunn.
Eric. He says Eric.
Eric.
That's interesting because usually Eric's are with an A. So that's cool.
What letter?
It's Eric. Okay. So now we can call you Eric instead of Taylor. Because Taylor reminds me of a little kid I used to beat up.
Beat up.
Oh,
my
dear.
goodness.
No, it wasn't because I was a bully. It's because he beat me up. So I beat him up.
Oh,
We got history. That was way back when kids went outside and played
In the dirt.
in the dirt,
With
got
the
muddy,
imagination.
drank out of the garden hose.
Yeah, dangerous stuff like playing on monkey bars and jumping out of swings and yeah.
Oh my God, we were watching. I was watching some movie the other day, and they were playing in the metal, just the piping monkey bars. I'm like, holy cow, times have changed.
Yep, that they have. It's a little bit more interesting. For
Well,
sure.
You remember the big
you guys don't have
concrete
monkey bars anymore?
Not like
Now they have padding all around them, and they're
Plastic.
not very high, and
padding.
there's no challenge to them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Come to the playground in Calgary, I guess.
They got playgrounds in Canada. What?
Monkey bars are
Little
plenty.
few tits. There you go.
My ethnocentricity is showing. So what's
just-
going down in Canada, man?
Not too much. I mean, it's worse where Eric is than where I am. That's for sure.
Except making fun of all those Americans being crazy. That's easy though.
Well-
Come on now.
Well, you
Oh,
guys
Eric
had a hard
talks
time
about-
of it.
Eric talks about airsoft. Man, I went to an airsoft game once, and people are playing at each other. But I'm like, because I used to play paintball when I was in college. I used to semi-pro, whatever that means.
Semi-pro.
Someone paid me to play for them for a couple years. But anyway, man, we had a blast playing paintball. But man, it got expensive because the damn balls. It was like $100 for a case of balls, and I could burn through a case in like a game if I wanted to. So it was just like, ooh, had to get out of that bad boy.
That's why I told you,
That's
don't
not
freeze paintballs. They hurt.
Yeah, don't. Oh man, because yeah. We saw people, because you're supposed to set your pressure at a certain pressure when you shoot, and you see assholes on the field up their pressure.
Turn it up the pressure. Yep.
We saw a guy, this kid, kid's probably like 8. This guy was hit and he's walking out of the field and he's got his arms out. And the kid, he's a freaking kid, right? He goes shoots the guy and the guy freaks out and he opens up on this little kid.
Oh, that's not right.
I mean, he's probably shot the kid like 100 times. And they had to get him out of that field because I swear to God, we were all going to just kill him.
Paintballs hurt. They're not.
I mean, it does. And he was point blank. He was just tearing into this kid, and he left the field. But the cops showed up. They were gonna get him for assault and all that stuff. But it was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad. But yeah, playing paintball in the cold can be painful.
Yeah, they have big fields out here for it. So it used to be they'd have big groups, because they go out to somebody's farm and the people rent their farms off. Then they would set up all sorts of obstacles and do big stuff. So
yeah, when I was playing on that team, it wasn't fun, man. It wasn't like you're sneaking around in the woods and stuff. It was just you slinging paint. That's all it was. It was just
it's supposed to be fun,
Yeah, it wasn't
it's
fun.
not supposed to be anger type of thing. It's supposed to be fun. So yeah.
I guess when you monetize things change, huh?
Yeah, I think so. That's the problem with this world too, is everything is, are we going to get sued or what? All the fun's gone
That's
over
true.
lawsuits. Like getting hot coffee. Can't really get hot coffee because somebody had to sue 20 years ago because they spilt hot coffee on themselves.
Burn their crotch off.
And they actually got burned, and I mean, go figure, the coffee was hot. And how many times
actually, though,
where?
I heard that their coffee actually was not just hot, but scalding.
Oh,
And they'd
really?
been warned previously that
I
they
wanna say
shouldn't
it
have had coffee that hot. It was beyond safe measures.
It was
So
like
she was legitimately damaged.
Yeah, I think she was an elderly lady who spilt it just all over her crotch and just burned the hell out of her.
Yeah. I just vaguely remember the story that somebody spilt it on them and then they sued. But if it was over hot or the thing was,
How do you
defective,
over hot coffee? How is that even possible?
how do you overheat it? Maybe the thing was defective. I don't know. But they have a set, range on. They always have. It only gets so hot. So who knows?
I'm one of those people who don't drink coffee, so I don't even know if I should be on here, man. I should be defaultedly kicked out of here.
Oh, you're okay.
Get
man.
out of here.
I'm one of the good ones. It's all right. He's one of the good.
We'll make an exception. Yeah.
No, but Mel over
Tea?
here, she's a coffee nut. Oh, you got your hair on. Show your hair off.
Tea is good, David. Some tea is good.
Hey, she's got her hair on.
Well, you got a bandana on it, but
Well, yeah, I always wear bandanas.
check it out.
Uh-huh. There you go.
Hair.
Yeah.
Hey,
Very good.
Ashley.
What?
Meow.
I'm making dinner.
Oh. Say,
Ooh, what's for dinner tonight?
Okay, 1 second, coming.
She's coming. She wants to see her hair. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, turn that light
She's
on.
running.
We
No,
got
get her butt back over here.
Hold on a second. She's coming.
She just
Yeah, that didn't do anything. Yeah, let's try to get a better light on.
Yeah. But see,
Oh,
yeah,
nice. I like that.
Cool.
looks real, but it's not.
Who knows? Well, I should do that to people I know. Just change my hair color. Just walk in and go, hey, what's up?
So when are we going to start seeing some battle reports out of you, man?
Well, that's what we're trying to work on. It's a little hard to do battle reports when everybody's got opposite schedules. So,
No, that's true.
and then it depends on what you want to do it on because it's going to bounce all over. Like one fun game that's fun to play is a Wings of Glory. So World War One, and they got the little planes, yeah. And you just put the cards down. You make your turns. It's real simple. Just don't fly off the table, or you shoot the other guy down. And that's pretty fun. I've found that's gotten people into miniature gaming because simple rules. But it's expanded. You can make it more like it's structured.
It's
so
all
that,
pre-painted too, isn't it?
yeah, that's kind of cool. So it's like, and it's a $20 starter set, but you've got the ability to go from there and do things like the pilot could be damaged, or it could be an electrical problem or fire. So you could go from a really super simple game, and if you're bored, you could expand it. But to get people into playing miniatures, I
Oh,
found
Marley for Advantage is on there.
Huh?
Marley
Very
for
cheap.
Advantage.
Avenger.
Oh.
Oh Lord, Advantage.
Modeling for Advantage. Hello, guys. I see you guys earlier start your stream, and I apologize. I was already doing this when you started because I do watch Modeling for Advantage. I like them. I don't know why I promote them. I promote them all the time, but I like them. They're good guys.
Hey guys, Modeling for Advantage. I watch your stuff too, but man, I got to see your faces, guys. It's no fun without your faces because you guys are funny. You guys, the banter you guys give to each other, but I can't see your faces.
Kaiser says he's waiting for his camera, but because of the Brexit thing, they're like holding it hostage at some post office.
Oh my God! Yeah, I've heard stories of the Royal Post holding stuff for
Yeah, it's all I don't know. More fun, right? See,
because those two guys they give each other a lot of razz and it's funny, but you know, that's just me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so they're a good group of guys there, and
there's a lot of great battle report guys up in the UK.
Billy shots are less fun. Yep, that is for sure.
Yeah, I've been known to like, do an awesome like kill or something and rip my shirt off and say goal. run around the table a couple times. Goal.
So I sent you a text saying thanks. They banned me.
Yeah.
So the AI program.
It's a matter of time.
Oh, what is all this? No. It's not. It's not an adult channel like that. It's just. Yeah. But yeah, we kind of, I guess we're just not like things work for certain people. So for us, like we had a little light we did a thing on because we got it for the miniatures. So it isn't just going to be like a video on playing a game, but it might be a video on the camera we use, or it might be a video on our headsets. Like these are awesome. I got these for $30. I didn't spend no hundreds of dollars on them. I swapped this out. It's got another one for an inline mic if I didn't want to use my boom mic. So
that's what we need to get, baby. We need to get some microphones.
For the red one.
Yeah.
So look right here. See this one? That's how big the mic is. I
We
mean,
need to get mics too. Yeah.
it just plugs in, and when you talk, it'll go
All right,
through.
give me back my wire.
And they're not super expensive. Like I said, we can't afford a whole lot. So, but then again, the quality is good. This is easier when I'm doing this because it's just a little better sound on that one. But these, you could plug them into the cell phone and take phone calls with them, for God's sake. So it's like,
Plug.
How's my mic sounding?
your
Yeah, you
mic
sound
sounds
fine.
really good. Sounds
Nice
good.
and clear.
Does it? Oh,
Well,
good.
you spent
Yeah, this one plugs into the phone.
$2,500 on that.
Oh, very,
This guy?
very, very British Civil
What's
War,
that?
man. I don't know if you guys have heard of the very British Civil War. Who makes that? Is that Oh man, trying to think who does that. I talked to the creator. Because we're doing that weird war campaign, and I was thinking about incorporating a civil war in England into my weird war campaign. And it's is it Empress Miniatures? Well, I don't think they're back in that system. I mean, they make like kind of interwar minis, Empress minis, but I don't think they're doing the rules. Yeah, Empress does a lot of the interwar stuff, like the Spanish Civil War stuff, and like they make a lot of like English Civil War, like in the 30s kind of minis. They're great. They're excellent. But this, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but a very British Civil War is a rule set that is set in like I think 1938, where the British Crown. There's a civil war within England between the royals. And it's really great. It's a cool story. Now it's funny because I have the rule books and I'm reading it, and it is heavy. I mean, it's like because I'm a Texan, I don't know shit about the politics in the UK. But when you read that rule book, you see the regional tensions and the regional issues and stuff in those rules, and it's really cool. It looks like a great system to start throwing down with. So if you're into that, if you want to see Brit kill Brit, get a very British Civil War. It's a pretty cool rule system.
So that's the same one that Modeling for Advantage is talked about there, right? Yeah, he said there's.
I guess it is an
not really
idea.
a rule set.
That's right.
Those miniatures look good, David. By the way, David's phone died.
Nope. He's
Or
down.
he rolled bad. He disappeared. Like we were talking about there.
Yeah, so you got the commies and the socialists, and you got like the the gentry and the royals all fighting each other and all that. It has a lot of cool political aspects of it. And again, I'm pretty ignorant to the British politics of that day. So, but it's a cool read. It's a heavy read, but it's a really cool what if timeline that you can really make some odd, kind of crazy army lists to fight each other and stuff. There's like unions fighting like, Mosley's fascists and all this stuff. It's a really cool background.
Huh. Well, that sounds like it'd be interesting. Another skirmish thing.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's games now are coming out like the woodwork, like you were talking about. I mean,
there's so many. There's so much of it.
I'm going to use a big word, plethora.
There you
There's
go. Uh-oh.
Woo! I graduated today. But there's a lot of them. And me and Clint were talking the other day, like, it's almost overwhelming. It's like, yeah, you wish to see it get to this point, but it's at that point. And now there's just so much that there's a lot. So I'm assuming this is the Kaiser because he said Johnny B's not allowed on the internet. He might break it. Communist, fascist, or any political faction you can imagine. So Spanish Civil War. Okay.
Kaiser, I got a question for you, Kaiser. You being the Brit, do you think like if there was a civil war during that time, do you think that would collapse the Commonwealth? Do you think India would find its they would become independent from the crown, and would Australia and Canada just step away from it? I'm curious to get your perception on or your perspective on that, because if the motherland, the crown is in question, and there's a civil war back in the UK, would the Commonwealth stay intact?
Might take him a few seconds.
Yeah,
because of the delay.
Because me being weird World War II, I like to interject, the what ifs, the politically, the viability of, because Canada could, just separate, and Australia would be fine. But then World War II hits, right during the Civil War. I'm sure the Japanese are going to be walking into Australia if the Commonwealth isn't there to back them up, and then the British assets in Africa and in the Middle East will crumble. But I'm just curious about all that.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting game, and then the miniature part would be pretty cool.
It's true. He mentioned how the UK did. They were I believe you guys were still doing like rationing like almost into the 50s, weren't you? Like maybe to like 48 or 49. The level of rationing during World War II. Because it did. You guys were fighting the war the whole damn time, and then plus, you're all over the globe, and then just you're getting bombed the hell out of too. So that's not good for the economy.
No, that tends to take a toll on.
Yeah,
50s.
Yep. They were rationing until the 50s. There's a television show. I can't remember. It's a cop show. I can't remember what it was damn called though. But it's about this like police detective during World War II, and on the home front in England, and it really shows like the level of hardship just the common Brit had to take, and then and kind of the animosity, like the Americans would come, and they're getting they're kind of flush with supplies and money and whatever that stuff, and they're just kind of it's interesting. It's a good dynamic seeing the struggle. The drive-by. I can't remember what the show is, but it's an interesting time in UK history and just world history, because although they won, they were hurting for a long time afterward. And I don't think did the American what is it here we go. Yeah. Hey, but at least the Brits paid off the Americans, like officially. You guys paid
Oh,
off all
there's
your
a lot
debts
to
from the
history, yeah.
Lend-Lease. Yeah, that's awesome.
I should make myself some sort of, well, it wouldn't really be an alternate future. I could just create. I'll just 3D print some minis, and we'll make it World War, whatever,
Yeah,
for 2020. But all the soldiers have to wear a mask.
that's right. There you go.
Otherwise, you get penalized.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
don't know.
Or you can't play. You got to wear masks or you can't play.
Well, it's like I see an emoji with the mask the other day. I'm like, what? You did this to emojis too? So
Day and
thank you,
times,
babe.
man.
Thank you. I was just thinking. See, coffee.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I'm a student. I have a degree in history, so you know, it's and that kind of my kind of specialty is 20th century. And World War II is fascinating because it's worldwide and it hits the economies. I mean, everybody's affected, and it's just the level of effect how these countries. I mean, because I want to say that I can't remember the damn plan. What's the American plan that came in to rebuild Germany? It's the it's not the Warren plan. It's the I was curious if those initiatives by the states to rebuild Europe included the UK, because I can't remember if the Marshall Plan. That's it. The Marshall Plan. There he goes. You got
Yeah.
it.
So they
I'm wondering.
don't even teach that in school anymore, man. Like they
Yeah, I don't
they
even
think that teaching World War II stuff is too violent. So they want to.
You know, it's funny because
but war is violence.
It's all
There's
violent.
violence in video games. There's violence in tabletop games. I mean, they need to teach these kids what happened.
You know,
but they don't want
again, being in weird World War II, you know, I have to deal with iconry that is like the Nazis and the Soviets, and I'm all over the web, so I get like on Facebook again. We've talked about this where I'm getting banned because I have a picture of like a German, flag that has a Nazi on it or whatever. It's like, guys, okay, I get it. I'm not. It's an image. It's a historical image.
But it's part of history.
Get over it. I mean, Nazis existed in 1940. Sorry. And it's weird.
Yeah, everything has to be.
Yeah, I heard. We just heard that. We just went over we're over 400,000 plus deaths from Corona. And I guess that's more than the casualties in World War II. Man, that is some sobering numbers, folks. It really is.
Then there's the Ashley plan.
Yeah, destroy everyone.
Destroy everyone. Good grief.
Kill everyone.
I'm sorry, man. I underestimated. I was like, the Ashley plan's calling for taking my minis and painting them. But
Already do that. So
if she's going to destroy everything, then
the skullduggery over there.
I underestimated. See, never know where this show's going to go. I just really underestimated that. And top it off with an evil laugh.
Yeah, let's hear that evil laugh, Ashley. Let's hear it. Come on. You're on the spot right now. The world is looking at you.
Yeah, that's the problem.
The world.
The world.
Yeah. It makes for some interesting games, though, man, you could come up with out of all this. And so.
Yeah, and that's why I like the Weird War so much is because, I mean, you can be as just generic as you want. Like, okay, I got zombies. We're fighting. The Germans got zombies. Or you can get political, like in a very British Civil War. You can take it and just small, minute changes in history can really alter a lot. It's pretty fun.
I'm sorry. I'll wait for advantage. But crush your enemies, see them driven before you, hear the lamentation of their women.
Conan said it the best.
Not every best man is a woman. So you know what? Screw y'all.
They were also the start of a few wars in history, too. And
there's
there's a drive-by.
Another
I'm
drive-by.
waiting for her to come by and like throw like a softball or.
You're giving me ideas. I got that grenade launcher. You want me to go pull that out?
Yeah, no. See, now
Yes.
she's waiting for.
That was
Girl, get it.
encourage her, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great. All of our Canadians are off the screen, but yeah, Weird War has, monsters and stuff in it. I'd like to know some Canadian like folklore or Canadian local, what do they call them? The monsters and stuff.
Lord.
Thanks.
That was the Kaiser's
Yeah.
description of Ashley's plan. That's about right. They know us enough to know she's in charge. That's just how it works. So
Of
yeah.
course. Good.
I don't have the will to
Good,
fight
very
back
much.
anymore.
It's better just
Sarah
to
takes
take
it off.
right?
No, I don't know. Like I'm telling you, she's serious. We'll sit there and game. She put that little Russian hat on. All right, you're the Soviet forces. And it's cool to see at one hand, and it's kind of terrifying in the other. So
She starts asking for your papers. Where are your papers?
That's a
Off to
different
the
conversation
gulag.
altogether.
The gulag ends up like that means you gotta go mow the lawn or
something to that effect. Yeah, in this
Do
case, it'll be
something.
shoveling snow today. But
Yeah.
we're supposed to get what 10.
Up
8
to
or 10 inches,
13
or-
by.
Oh, now it's up
Look
to
at
13.
this.
Ah, she's got a dinosaur head. I wanted to get
That's
the panda bear one.
Oh
but you told
yeah.
me no.
Okay, that's it. Tomfoolery.
Is
Yeah,
the
no
what?
tomfoolery, woman. She's making dinner.
What is that?
My-
Kind of like
Is that like a Loch Ness monster? David?
Yeah, I was gonna say
It is. It's like
Yeah.
a sea creature.
some kind of sea creature.
Well, like the we're talking about modeling for advantages here. The Brits have you could insert the whole druidic kind of cult stuff, and you can
Everyone
do like,
has its own kind of folklores, I guess.
and and they're right too. They can use. I'm trying to think if the Canadians, we call them Native Americans or Indians in the U.S., and I think they call them First Nation or something like that in Canada now. But yeah, you can use a lot of the Native tribe, stories like what are they like I just went blank on all that stuff. Like
Oh, their little myths and all that.
yeah, they're I just
They're myth.
just went blank. But yeah, all
Well,
the
I mean, you got the Loch Ness monster, you got the Krakens, you got Cthulhu, all those different things. I mean, it depends on where you're from.
Isn't it Cthulhu or Cthulhu or something like that? It's just easier to say Cthulhu.
Wendigos. There you go. See,
Yeah, Wendigos, okay.
Eric- yeah, you got the Wendigos and I think the Wendigos are
I would say
Sasquatch.
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 Wendigos, I think, more of like a werewolf, I believe, or something like that. What's the one in Mexico?
Quetzalcoatl or whatever, that
Crop.
flying lizard.
Proper cult.
No.
No, the Chupacabra.
Yeah, there you go.
We got those in Texas, man. They're all over the place.
Well, yeah, you're bordering everywhere.
That's
But
true.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can go back to vampires. That's technically a myth. Well, supposedly.
Well, that's another thing. I mean, like vampires, it depends on where you're from.
Exactly.
Vampires can do certain things where others. Like I remember reading some vampires you can only kill by burying them in a crossroads. That's it.
See, I've
Yeah.
always ever heard it's a stake through the heart.
Okay, so the vampires in Iowa, you have to buy beer. The only thing that kills them is a silver bullet.
That's werewolves, honey.
No,
Werewolves are the only ones that get
no,
killed
the
with silver.
vampires out here. It's funny. Never mind.
Oh, never mind. Okay, ha ha ha. My brain's slow today.
That's okay.
All right, guys. Well, listen, we're gonna bail because we're about to eat. So
All right.
Yeah,
it was
maybe
nice
we're
talking
gonna
to you guys.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, fun.
Modeling
Go
for
eat.
advantage. Listen, man, you cannot beat this gut from the side. So let's see some
Oh,
faces,
wow.
man. Okay,
That's it. That'll get us kicked
I'm
off.
right here. I'm gamer size, so you're fine,
Gamer
man. So let's
size.
see those faces. All right, guys. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you
Yes.
on the table. Okay.
Sure. Take care.
See you guys.
And David, yeah, I've seen that movie. I thought it was actually really goodly.
Yeah.
Goodly. Oh Lord,
Yeah, that one was actually pretty good.
that was actually a really good movie.
Abraham Lincoln. I thought it was going to be goofy, but it was
Actually,
actually.
it was,
it was
really
actually pretty
well
good.
done.
Take care there, Eric, Mr. Taylor, sir. You have a good night too. You too, modeling for advantage.
Well, they're
Mr.
also
Kaiser.
like 5 hours ahead of us.
Well,
or
yeah,
something
we
like that,
got to get
6.
together with you guys, but you guys have a good night. I know it's late there. It's way late for them. So, all right, you guys. Well, thank you all for showing up.
Oh, there's our dinner.
We are going to hop off too and get some dinner. But every Sunday, 4:00 Central, give or take a minute or two, give us a chance and we'll be on and we can talk about whatever gaming stuff you want to talk about. In this case, we went talking gaming into history and History 4 games. And so pretty much wherever, you know, you guys are all welcome. And all you have to do is ask for a link if you want to get on and join the video. Other than that, you guys all take care wherever you are and have a good evening. All right. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We'll catch